entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Alright guys, so this is a really fun build that I've played through twice now before making this guide, because I wanted to rerun it at a low level, which is a level 25 that you're seeing here. And even in endgame it was still so ridiculous at 25, so I think we're ready to post the build. So you see bosses just running from us here, like, which is so much damage. I think his AI was just confused because of the damage of the fire. But yeah, so basically the interaction is from the Fire's Deadly Sin. That's the only incantation we use. And the and you see it procs our bleeds from the bleed on a coating on your weapon. So not the bleed affinity, but the coating on your weapon. So you know, we're using a blood affinity and then Seppuku so that we can have blood affinity plus a bleed effect on our weapon, so that we're proccing the bleed. But you can do it with blood flame blade or blood grease, but you would have to just do a standard or keen, you know, one of those raw physical damage type affinities until you get Seppuku. So you know, that's we'll get a little bit into that now that we've shown kind of what it does here. So basically you're running two katanas, or I'm running two katanas. You can run any weapon you want, but the katanas have insane bleed scaling, and just both of those, you just duplicate the Seppuku and throw that Ashawar on both of them. Any finger seal, I just use it for the Fire's Deadly Sin. So, you know, any seal, we're not scaling damage there. Any armor you want, there's a lot of flexibility in this build. I'm low level, I did Royal Remains. The Old Lord's Talisman gives you a longer effect on your spells, so your Fire's Deadly Sin lasts longer. That's a great option. I like it a lot for boss fights. The Lord of Blood's Exaltation gives us more raw damage from all the bleeds we're proccing. That's a great talisman to throw on. And then I do Radagon's Sword Seal for a couple more stats, because remember, I'm only level 25, so it helped me get to the 19 faith. And then the Two Fingers Heirloom, same thing, helped me get to the 19 faith required for Fire's Deadly Sin. But again, you know, if you're leveling this build, you can put whatever you want in those talisman slots, armor slots. I use the Crimson Burst and the Opaline for a little bit more HP over time to counter that little bit of fire damage you're taking, and then to mitigate one big hit with the Opaline during boss fights to let me be really aggressive. Stats, you can do anything you want, just enough for your requirements. You know, 19 faith, which, you know, like I showed, you can get from talismans, stuff like that. I threw just a couple points into, I think, like Dex, Endurance, and Vigor, just for the heck of it, before I decided I was just going to not level any further and stay at 25. Anything you want. On the build I'm going to show here in a minute, where I played up to about level 90 and pushed through the game to wear some more armor, I went more Vigor, Endurance, and Dex, a little more damage and a little more health and the ability to wear heavier armor. But you really have so much flexibility. Like, you can pump tons of endurance, put on heavy armor, you can do whatever you want, really. That's kind of the beauty of this build, is that's why I played through the game a second time before making this guide, was to show at level 25 endgame bosses still just absolutely melt. So here we'll show some of that level 90 gameplay, where I can show you can just kind of face tank, you know, with the heavier armor and just do absolute insane damage. And play very aggressive, because we've got a huge health bar, we've got a lot of endurance, and we've got veterans armor on, you know, that kind of stuff. So a lot of these bosses here that people struggle on, you can literally just be super aggressive and push them really hard, and you know, as you can see in the video here. So you know, that's pretty much it. It's a really fun build that you can, you know, stat wise, gear wise, play however you want. So I wanted to get it out there. I just wanted to play it through one more time at a lower level to, like, make sure that the damage and all that stuff was still as insane before I put it out there. So you know, if I miss anything or you guys have any questions, concern, I'll try to link stuff in the description on where, you know, these talismans and spells and stuff and Seppuku are, and let me know if I missed something, and I'll get to it and get it in the description or pin it in the comments. But you know, it's the weekend, so I want to get out there quick and get this guide out there. So it's a little bit unfinished, but you know, I want to get out there for new players so that you can have fun with this before it's patched, because it probably will be. So have fun, guys. Let me know what you think.